Hi, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I wanted to talk today about things that I wish I knew before I majored in accounting. So I'm a first generation student and I was always confused on what to major in. I had majored in criminal justice and ended up switching to accounting. And it was a bit difficult for me to decide what to major in just because I didn't really have many people that I could ask that were in business or accounting or anything like that, about what it was like to work in accounting and like some things they wish they knew before they majored in accounting. So let's start off with when you're in school. A lot of people think that majoring in business, it's an easy major, and depending on what you choose to major, it can be easy. But accounting is the exception. Accounting is extremely challenging. They make it challenging on purpose to weed out people who are not, made to be an accountant. So, you will be studying a lot. You will spend a lot of long nights studying. And then this brings me to my next thing. So accounting is very structured, meaning you have to take a particular class before you move on to that next class. And if you don't have that class, then you can't take the next one. So in accounting in my school, we had 3 classes that were the foundation of accounting. They were called Frameworks, Intermediate 1, and Intermediate 2. So frameworks, everybody would call the weed out class because they made it very hard for you to pass that class. And if you don't pass that class, then you can't take intermediate 1. And if you don't pass intermediate 1, then you can't take intermediate 2 and you can't major in accounting pretty much. So this major is very structured. So if you maybe take a W in one of the class, it's going to delay your graduation. So that's something that I had no idea because I did actually drop out of intermediate 1 and retook it the following semester. So it did delay my graduation a bit. So I just want you to keep that into account. You're going to have to put in that work for accounting, but it will all be worth it in the end. Another huge thing, you don't have to be good at math or good with numbers to major in accounting. This is something that everybody thinks if you're majoring in accounting that you're good with numbers. I would always get this whenever I would tell people that I was majoring in accounting. They'd be like, oh, so you're good with numbers. And, in my head I was like, no, I'm not, but I can learn how to be good with numbers. That's not what accounting is all about at all. So don't feel that you have to be good with math or with numbers to major in accounting. That is not the case. I did not, I was not good with math or with numbers, and I majored in accounting and I graduated. So don't feel that you have to be good at that in order to major on accounting, because you do not. Also, another major thing is that there's something called the CPA. So once you graduate with your accounting major, you want to consider getting the CPA, which is Certified Public Accountant. So basically these are 4 exams that you take and you become a certified public accountant if you pass them. Being a CPA is amazing because it shows others that you are great, that you know everything, you know what you're doing pretty much. It also can be a requirement for some jobs, and it can help with negotiating, or it can help help you stand out a little bit more. Say you're interviewing with a company and you're down to either choosing you or somebody else, but you have the CPA, they're most likely going to choose you. But also something to notice is that for the CPA, there's a lot of requirements. Like you have to have 150 hours, and along with that, there's certain courses that you must have taken in order to do this test. So a lot of people go ahead and do the master's, because with a bachelor you graduate with about 120 courses, and if you get the master's then you'll have the 150 courses and you'll be CPA eligible, so you can go and take this test after you get the master's. You can also just get the bachelor's and go to a community college. A lot of them have a certificate or a path for you to take the courses that are required to get the CPA. So if you want to do the CPA, just know that you're not done when you get the bachelor. You will have to do a little bit of studying afterwards and to take that test. But at the same time, a CPA is not a requirement for accountants. I don't have one right now, and I'm getting a really, really good job. So just know that it's not a requirement. But if you do picture yourself being in accounting for a very long time, or maybe, for your whole rest of your life, then it is something to consider. Also, a lot of companies will help you get this. They will pay for you to do that, or they'll pay for your master's. A lot of times they give bonuses if you get the CPA within a certain time of being hired with them. So there's a lot of things to consider with the CPA. So don't get discouraged, if you don't want to study after college, because you can get really good jobs without a CPA. Another thing that I want to mention is internships. If you are going to be in accounting, it's so important for you to do internships because you want to get experience in the corporate setting, and experience just in accounting. That way it'll facilitate you when it's time for you to graduate. You'll be able to get a full-time offer more easily. For example, I was able to do 2 internships, and I was able to graduate with a full-time offer as well. And I really think that having those internships really helped me get that full-time offer. So just do whatever you can to get an internship. It's always harder to get that first internship, but once you have that first internship, the second one is much easier to get. So make sure you are working on that. But that is pretty much everything that I want to cover. If you have any questions, please comment them below. I always answer my questions. If you feel like you have a question that's a little bit more personal, or you don't feel comfortable asking here in the comments, then go to my Instagram at DianaHoney. I love getting messages, so don't feel shy at all. I love getting messages, and I always answer every single one. So just let me know if you have any concerns, or if you have questions on anything else, and I will be more than happy to answer your question. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope y'all are all doing great with, the pandemic and everything. And thank you so much.